This week we focus on Disney games. They're very fun platformers, they're very popular, and they just look pretty. The Lion King was developed by Westwood Studios and published by Virgin Interactive on the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis Mega Drive. It was released in 1994 and was also released on other consoles. The game itself is a side-scrolling platformer. It was heavily criticised for being quite hard and difficult in the earlier stages, but still was well received and loved by many alike. Just like the movie, you start playing as the cub Simba. You progress through the game until you become an adult, where you eventually fight your Uncle Scar. Just like Aladdin, the sprites and backgrounds were drawn by Disney animators from the Walt Disney Feature Animation Department. The music was also adapted from the soundtrack. Two of the levels were actually adapted from scrap scenes from the movie, Hakuna Matata and Be Prepared. There are slight technical differences between the Super Nintendo version and the Mega Drive. The Mega Drive version doesn't have background vocals, where the SNES did, but the SNES version has fewer sprites in the background, something that the Mega Drive could handle. Fun fact, PC gaming has come quite a long way, and that is due in part to technologies such as OpenGL and DirectX. This game was also one of those catalysts that helped DirectX come to the PC. This game was released on Windows 3.1 using the WinG graphics engine, but certain computers crashed when playing the game. This turned many developers to shy away from the Windows platform and stick to DOS. DirectX was created to eliminate these compatibility issues. This also led to Doom being ported to Windows 95 in an attempt to regain developers' trust. Castle of Illusion was released on the Mega Drive in 1990. Again, it's a side-scroller, something that all the Disney games of the period seemed to be. In Japan it was known as I Love Mickey Mouse, Great Mysterious Castle Adventure. Don't know why that name didn't catch on here. It was later remade by Sega Studios Australia and released for PlayStation, Xbox and PC in September 2013. The evil witch Mirabelle kidnaps Minnie Mouse in order to steal Minnie's youth. Playing as Mickey, you enter the Castle of Illusion in order to rescue her. Mickey effectively only has two attacks, a bounce or a bounce higher. You can also collect marbles and apples to throw at enemies. The game was well received, but was criticised for being quite easy. It provided a very solid foundation for the later Disney Illusion games that came along. Fun fact, before the success of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sega heavily pushed Castle of Illusion and bundled it with consoles to move many units. This was their Mario killer. World of Illusion, starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, was released in 1992 on the Sega Mega Drive. That was Land of Illusion. Many people thought it was the sequel to Castle of Illusion. Land of Illusion, released on the Master System and Game Gear, was actually the sequel to Castle of Illusion. You can either play solo as Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck, or co-op, where each player controls each character. Controlling the characters, you can run, you can jump, crawl, and also you have a cape, which you can use to defeat enemies. The point of the game is to get back home. Whilst preparing for Magical Act, Mickey and Donald discover a magical box. This box belongs to an evil magician who sends Mickey and Donald to a magical world far away. It was very well received by critics. It was praised for its graphics and its animation. But of all the Illusion games, it was considered the easiest to finish. In Japan, it was known as I Love Mickey and Donald, the Mysterious Magic Box. Again, I can't see why that didn't take off here. Fun fact, the game designer and director was called Emerin, a pseudonym for a game developer. Many years later, the real game designer's name was found out, Emiko Yamamoto, a game designer and producer at Disney. In 2013, she actually returned to spearhead the remake of Castle of Illusion. That's all for this week. I hope you liked what you saw. Feel free to leave a comment below to give us feedback. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, we'll see you later.